What is the right way of running a business? Most business owner, what happened is that they constantly are working and they never really work out of their business, whereby the business will run itself. The business is actually kind of like a investment account. It's just constantly making you money and you don't have to put any more effort into it. And again, I have been in business for about 19 to 20 years, something like that. First 10 years, I work about 80 hours a week, right? And I make way less than what I'm making right now. And I really realized that, common sense is really not so common. And a lot of things I really don't know what I don't know. And I really wanted to just really share with you, like, quote unquote, what is the right way of running a business, right? And again, you most likely have already run a really good business. Then this will be kind of like an additional, like a resource page for you, right? To figure out, okay, how would this work really well for you? And on top of that, if you're like, man, I already got this thing done, but you kind of really like the way that I run business, you can also share this with your COO or your executive assistant. So at least they know like where you're going. One of the biggest piece that automate my business is that I started to buy courses that I really like, but I don't learn from those courses anymore. I actually let my virtual assistant learn them so that they can implement it. So at least it saved me minimum of 10 to 20 to sometimes 50 hours of learning, right? Then it's also better for the VAs because they get directly from the source instead of me, right, learning it and then translate to what I thought I know, right, into them. And I realized that it was really not effective. And this could technically serve as that, whether you get your VA to study it so that way they kind of understand where you are going, or, it served for you to really think about all these things. Because like I said, I have experienced that I make my first million in less than a year and a half. I also have experience where, at the very beginning, I tip it toe, right? I test out the water. I went to India, no tech, no communication with my team. I was gone for a month. And then right after that, unfortunately, system was proven already, but my husband actually, fell. I was about 3 months off to take care of him. And then afterwards, my father-in-law passed away on the vacation where we are trying to heal from my husband's situation. And he was passing, and that kind of made me lost another like 3 months. And then when I review for that full year, which is actually 2023, not that long ago, I feel like I lost about 8 months of my life because there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of shame. My core belief got shook up. I don't know what to do, how to do things, because I thought I was in control, right? But actually, life really give you what you can handle, but they are all very unexpected. But thank God, right? Like I have a system that is already set up, is automated. I quote unquote have my dream life already, which I never really realized that I do. And I think God was funny because when the whole thing happened, I realized that if God is giving me a stress test, I pass with flying colors. I'm very good at handling stress. But this time around, he's not really giving me a stress test. He's actually giving me a blast test to let me realize that there's a lot of people who really care about me. And my business, right, this time around, it really tells me that my business is running itself and I really do not have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to get to be nervous anymore, which I used to have. I used to have really bad anxiety on Sunday night before Monday comes because I'm just so worried about what's going to happen, what am I going to do that I failed, what time do I have to spend on fixing problems. And nowadays, I don't really have to do that anymore. And this beginning of the year, I actually took about 2 months to almost 3 months off. Actually, it's starting from November till February. I took a full 3 months off to really go real vacation with my family. We bought a house in Malaysia, right? And again, what am I trying to do is to really test out my company system so that, right, moving forward, I'm no longer tied down to the business. And because of all the life that have been happening to me, the voice inside of me of the why I really want to teach you how to run an automate system, why a system-based business is really important, why running your dream life is very important.